Hey guys, this is my 14th update of my Aqueon 54 corner tank. As you can see, I got a lot of food floating around. I actually did it so I could probably draw out my dracula gobies. There is a female right there. Is there a pair in there? There's another male probably in there somewhere too as well, but she's next to her side. But that's the way I did that. Well, I want to first go right here on this update here. This female ruby red scooter blenny looks like she's ready to have babies. Her belly, if you look at it, it's hard, sorry about the focus, but as you can see, she's very round, and you know, she was courting with the male, so that's going to be interesting to see. I do have the blue striped pipefish. That's the female right there, and the male's right here. Let me see if I can get a zoom in, because they've been spawning on a regular basis. You can see the bottom part of this male here. You see the eggs that it's carrying. Hard to see because they're tiny. The way you can tell a male from a female on a blue striped pipefish is that on the snout, and it's just really hard to see this from this iPhone, is that there's like little ridges on there, on the snout, and the female's smooth. And in my tank, the males are smaller than the female, so size sometimes doesn't matter, as they would say. This is something that I just caught yesterday. It is a fromia starfish, but it's supposed to be a little more rare. It's has white spots all over it. It's hard to see from the angle because it's on the glass right here. It has like red feet on there. So it'll be interesting to see how it does in my farewell, my tank, because I do have not too much algae or anything like that to graze on it, but I heard it does scavenge, so let's see what happens. I will try to keep my eye and keep it healthy. The high-fin perchlets is always hanging around here. It's like more like a hogfish, even though it's considered in the anthias family. Blue striped pipefish are doing good. The bobonius pair is doing very well. The clownfish are doing good, and this is my Bali Aquarich female here. And if I could zoom in, you could probably see the little mole by her front cheek, which was pretty cool. That sold me when I purchased her. She did have an infection or some type of disease that all the black area was actually getting like white and coloration and almost like mucus, like that. You think I was actually thinking was Brucanella because no other fish was getting infected in the tank, and you know, it was just didn't look healthy at all, like a major infection. I did about 5 freshwater dips, and the way I did it, you know, take a plastic bag that, you know, fish get transported in, fill it with RO water, RODI water, let it sit in the main tank for about 15 minutes to get the temperature up. I use some reef buffer to build up the pH to match the pH that's in the tank itself, and then I scoop the fish, put it in there about 5 minutes, try to keep it upright, watch the breathing, make sure it wasn't too stressed out. I mean, it's gonna be a little stressed because it's in fresh water with, you know, no salt in it, but any parasites or any external stuff while it's breathing the fresh water will usually die or fall off. So it took me about 4 to 5 times to get her healthy again. And I did the little guy here too as well, because you know, just in case it got passed on to him, and he did very well with the freshwater dip. And the fish have been doing good since then, so I'm pretty happy with that, because I don't have a quarantine tank set up. I know a lot of people suggest that, but I never really did that in any of my tanks, and for the most part, my fish are very healthy and never have any issue regarding that. Tailspot blenny is doing very well. You can see the colors of my bobonius is just beautiful. That's the male there. If you look at the third dorsal fin right there, I mentioned in one of my videos how it's like a little different, like a little more skin, I would say, or appendages on it. That's other than the size, that's the only way I could tell the difference between that and the female, which is over here, which is slightly smaller. This one had a little darker gold blotches. That one's more brighter gold blotches. I took there's my yellow banded possum wrasse. I did get this lobo here, and the reason why I'm kind of experimenting is it only cost me a few bucks, like 10 bucks for this particular frag, but my phosphates are really high in this tank, and I am running, if I go below here, it's hard to see in the dark, but I do have two fishes phosphane reactors. I have one with carbon, the other one with phosphane, And there's my skimmer. It's the lights off, so you can't really see that well. But I'm trying to reduce my phosphates. But I do overfeed my tank. I do have a lot of fish. I try to keep the fish healthy. That's why you see a bunch of easy corals in here, like mushrooms, soft corals. I just got this recently, which is a mushroom with green and has like yellow spots with the actinics. And this yuma over here is doing pretty good. I did get a ultra rock anemone yesterday too as well. It's really tiny, but it's in the actinic light. It's beautiful. It's hard to see from this angle because of my curve on the glass, but it's an orange center with a green skirt, and it's pretty cool. The bellus angel is doing very well. She never really grew that big, but constantly eating, which is good. I did also buy a spike fin goby, which is one of the smallest goby. I think max size is around a ½ inch. You won't see it in this tank because they're very secretive fish and they hide inside the rocks, but it was rare, so I got them. It's got a good price on them, and you don't really see them too often in the marketplace, so I jumped on it when I got it and just put it in my tank because you don't really take so much of a pilot load at all. I have my other Gorgonians are doing very well. This one's supposed to be non-photosynthetic, but it's from the Caribbean. This one's like a red with white polyps on there. This one is yellow. It's actually was retracted, but now you can see that the polyps are coming back out again. So we'll see how's that doing. Sorry about the focus here. So my coco worms are doing good. This awesome jawbreaker mushroom here is actually getting, if I could get a real good zoom, it's hard to see, but if you look at the top right of that mushroom, there's a little red streak growing on there. I mean, that mushroom I think cost me around $100 because they're more on the rare side of the mushrooms world. So I'm working on trying to get a bounce mushroom. I think I've seen one, so hopefully I could get a feedback on how much that would cost. So but other than that, the tanks are doing very well. The tube anemone is doing good over here. Just I guess the current got a little strong and it's blowing inside, but it'll open up again. And my dracula gobies are paired up, and hopefully maybe they start having babies soon. As my goal is to have a handful of pairs, as you can see if you in my tank I got a handful of pairs. So and that's it. So I will keep you guys updated for my next update and see how things fare well. If this frag still stays healthy, which is about a week and a half in, doesn't look like it's been receding at all, I will start getting back into my ultra Aqueon colonies. I just don't want to spend a lot of money and kill the coral because my phosphates are so high, but this is similar to the coral I'll be buying with regarding Aqueon wise, and if this one will do fare well, the other one should fare well, and I could successfully have those in my tank. Definitely not SBS, just because I have so many fish and they require stricter water quality than I will have in my tank, especially with the phosphate battle that I always have. Again, if you have any questions about the fish I have or anything else like that, just shoot me a comment or a question through the inbox and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope your tanks are doing well and everything's nice and healthy. And to my next video, stay tuned and happy reefing. This is rare right here. Beautiful.